Welcome to Real Estate U with Letty Ann.
Welcome back to season 2 of our podcast, Real Estate U with Letty Ann. And today I'm here with Tara Morash with Rooms Reborn KC. Yay! So, a locally owned staging company here in Kansas City, Rooms Reborn KC. Wow. So we live in an HGTV world. I know you have a lot to tell us. When did you start the business, Tara?
We started Jeannie and I started together. We kind of started 5 years ago. We were operating underneath my old business, Reborn by Tara, where I went into people's homes and sold their furniture. So I've always had a furniture problem. And then Jeannie had worked with me there, and so I kind of had this new idea, and she jumped over with me, and we started being partners 5 years ago and operating as a new Rooms Reborn for 4 years now. So
when you started your staging business, what prompted you? Do you really have a love of furniture or a problem with furniture?
Yeah, I mean, I have a really bad back for all the furniture I've always carried. Even as a little kid, my mom would get crazy mad at me because I'd go I couldn't watch TV until everything was positioned just right. And I would move the couch and then I'd be like, okay. And then I'd go and put it back and go to bed. But so, yeah, I've always had a furniture problem. I mean, it's bad. I think we've had 3 couches in the living room since December. So I put a green couch in my living room over Christmas because it was pretty. So I move a lot of furniture around, but it's been many years of furniture.
I can already tell I need your advice because I'm almost the complete opposite. So, and I know you wear a lot of hats in your business, and your company does a lot of things. Tell us about some of the services at Rooms Reborn KC.
Yeah, so I like multiple ways of doing things. So I was saying earlier, it's kind of nice to always have a way of income when certain times of the season slow down. So we have the actual staging. So we physically stage empty homes, or we do partial homes.
Okay, wait, are these homes for sale or like any human like wanting some help?
Well, staging would be for the for sale homes, homes that are trying to sell, empty homes, some partial homes.
Okay.
I personally focus on the empty homes. I like doing the empty homes, but we also do partial homes. So we stage homes. We do consultations, which Jeannie is in charge of, where she comes out and gives you the punch list and goes through everything to get ready to sell. Most of the time we come back and we do some partial staging on that too. We have a decorating group where we have 2 girls that are designers, and they go in and they can help. I mean, we're putting whole houses together for families that don't have beds, don't have anything. They're getting ready to buy their house. When they move in, the whole thing will be furnished and down to the sheets and everything. So we do a lot of decorating and tile and paint and all the different things. And then lastly is furniture rental, which is something that not everybody knows about. And I'm always trying to push it because it's kind of genius. But we don't just stage with our furniture. People can come in and actually rent it. So if you are like, I just need one couch. This house, has this oversized leather recliner. It's darkening up the room. Can I get a linen couch? Pop in, pick up a linen couch, drop it over there and stage it yourself and just pay for it monthly. So
you're saying, who are those people that would come to the warehouse to rent a piece of furniture, maybe a realtor,
so
or maybe
a
someone's having a party?
Yeah, we've asked dining room tables around the holidays and stuff like that. And other realtors, a lot of realtors like to stage. We found. So we want to work with everybody. Nobody's a competitions. Everybody, let's all work together. Let's get these jobs done. Let's get more out there. So realtors do, other stagers come in and they rent whole housefuls like tomorrow, every day in the last 2 weeks. I've been at the warehouse at 8:30. People have been coming in with big, moving trucks and loading up and renting stuff. So we work with anybody, really. We've worked with people that are just in town temporarily and they need just a place to stay for 3 months or 6 months. So we will furnish that home for them. So
all the way down to the sheets.
All the way down to the sheets, plates, bowls, just to get them through and so they can go back on their way. So
what a great
we like to help people.
Market.
Yeah. So the renting's like the most exciting secret and that we do, I think.
So you're not worried about someone taking a quarter of your warehouse but you still have several homes to stage this week or something like that? Or do you pull your inventory ahead of time so we know, okay, that's not, you don't rent that?
I don't like to know what anyone's doing until a week in advance because I can't hold things in the warehouse and we have couches stacked over. Last year I counted and we had over 100 couches. I don't know how many we have now because we haven't sat down and looked at that.
I want to come to your warehouse.
Well, right now you'd laugh. There's probably about 6 left, but we're getting 8 more by the end of the week. So we get wholesale pricings. We work with different retailers and get their wholesale pricing, so they'll show up with a semi and drop off stuff. We're never afraid to run out of furniture because we both like to spend money, and we both like to make people happy. We don't like to say no, so we always make sure we can get more furniture. So.
You wear a lot of hats. I mean, I've just heard a ton of different ideas and services that you provide. What's your favorite thing to do?
I go between the staging. I love staging an empty house. I love it. I love it even if it looks older and it's people like brick and it's got the wood paneling everywhere. I'm like, we can make this look amazing. So I love that. I typically go into houses by myself without anyone in there. I plan it. It takes me 10 minutes. I go back to the warehouse. I put the look together and we're good. And then I run to the next house. I miss staging because I don't always get to stage as much because I usually put the look together and go to the next house and go to the next house.
And then someone takes it from there? So you put the look together and then you pass it on to
I do the pillows,
production.
the pictures, everything, and then they come in
Pull
and
it.
do all the things that make it a finished look. That's what Jeannie focuses on, is really making that last final touch, because there's a big difference. You know, you look at pictures and then you're like, oh, I think the centerpiece looks amazing. It really makes a big difference. So the little touches are super important in our business.
Sometimes I'll walk into something that you've staged, and if it's not, say, one of my listings, but I know it's a list, I'll go, do they really live here? Because like the details are so fine.
Yeah.
It's not just like bottle of wine, two glasses.
There's
there is tea towel sort of rumpled, but not really rumpled.
Yeah, actual like glasses laying there, like
Right.
on the side. Like sometimes they're scarves in different places.
Sometimes
it's
it's
like
hard
a
to tell.
whimsical, like it's like a sweet little. You want people, I think, when it doesn't need to be stale. You want those little final touches because you get a feeling, and people buy based on feelings. All of the houses that we've been staging this, I can't tell you how many are. I know we probably have over 30 staged and plus 10 more rented or whatever, but they've been selling so fast and been on the market for a year, a ton of them. And
Prior to staging.
Yes, and then we came in, we staged, and within hours. And I'm getting these phone calls and texts in the middle of the night, and it's making me laugh because agents are so excited. They're like cussing and screaming, like, "Oh my gosh, it's so amazing!" And we jokingly say we work on praise. We want to make people happy. That's our goal. I mean, if they're happy, we're happy, and then we're like, oh, we can keep going. So, yeah, I mean, I think those final touches, even when just staging, make a big difference.
Right now in my mind, I'm thinking of some vacant homes that I have for sale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's all the difference in the world. We live in an HGTV world. I mean, people are watching it so much. It's so hard. Do you agree, for people to visualize in an empty home
Right.
what their furniture looks like? Not to mention the value add for the seller. The pictures online. I mean, I could keep going.
Yeah,
the bottom dollar is increased.
90% of houses are viewed online. So why not give it a different feeling than just a blank? Okay, you did all the work, you painted, you got the new floors finished. I mean, just that extra. I think it's a big deal. And then also people don't think, like I went into a little house the other day and they were afraid they couldn't fit a couch in there. I put 2 couches in there. It's like, it'll fit. I promise they made the doors wide enough to let you put the furniture in there. So people can't visualize, oh, could I put a king size bed in here? Yes, you can fit a bed in
I feel like Tara can do anything.
Yeah.
Like she could make. I think she could have put 3 couches in there.
I
for
know.
sure.
We could
Yeah.
have maybe
It's like,
added some chairs.
Try
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Try
yeah.
me.
We got this. Yeah. So that's kind of my niche, is like going in and planning. And then, my second favorite thing is the rental. The rental is easy. It's less backbreaking on my part.
Come and get it.
I open up the door. I just got to memorize and have it labeled really well. What's being rented and what's going in and out, and make sure we don't double take, which is a little bit harder than you'd think it would be.
That's the first thing that came to
Like-
mind. If 2 people have their eye reserved the same piece.
Well, and if we have 10 of the same couches, and I'm counting down, and I've got my list, I'm like, oh, there's only 2 left. So making sure, and we've never made a mistake on wrong couches or anything like that, but we always make it right. Even if we heard countertop and bar height and somebody's renting from us, I will run that over and fix that for you. I mean,
I believe it.
Yeah, let's do this.
How big is your warehouse?
I believe, I'm a guesstimator. I think it's about 2,000 square feet, but we've also got 6 storage units right now.
Like I'm picturing 44,000 square foot.
They're
warehouse.
about empty. So we always say, if we're doing our job right, that thing's not packed full. You know what I mean? So it's constantly rotating. There's a lot of thinking involved in staging. I don't think people
know.
realize how much manual labor it is or how hard it is. And truck routing. Truck routing is one of my biggest jobs. I have to run those trucks. I have to know how to load things onto those trucks and how to get them off because we'll be stacking 3 houses in at once. I mean, there's a lot.
But you can't go with every truck. So do you have your own fleet and your own
We
drivers?
have our own moving companies that we work with. There's 2 different companies
So
that
they're
we contract
savvy
out
with-
with it.
they're
They
savvy.
know us. They've been with us since back in the Reborn by Terra ages, so 7 years. So we work with them every week, and then we have a new company that we're working with too, just because we need them all the time. But having the staff, because there's 6 other girls besides Jeannie and I, where they need to be, and the door is unlocked. And with real estate, things constantly change, and there's lots of texting, and there's close dates move up, and
Communication is
there's
key
so
for
there's
everything.
lots of talking, which is fine. But yeah, so it's busy.
But texting and emailing are good for those communications because then you can see who fumbled.
Right. Yeah. There's a
Like,
reference
okay.
to go back.
Oh, yeah, you fumbled.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
my
Oh, I
favorite thing,
fumbled.
I want to
Okay.
circle it and send it back.
Yeah.
Told you. Yeah.
I feel like I'm looking in a mirror.
Yeah. But you don't. You kill them with kindness.
I love it. So do you automate everything? So your inventory, is it all automated?
Ew, inventory. Don't
Do
even.
you need help there?
So there's no good system for our type of business, which is
you've looked
not
into
really fun. We've looked into it a few different times. Jeannie, our detailed person, spends a lot of time on spreadsheets. She has a ton of spreadsheets clicked in. I mean, down to the flower vases. If you think about what we put in houses,
Even
we're
the
putting
eyeglasses,
soap in there,
the books.
We're
How
putting,
many books do you
I
have?
mean, yeah, we're putting every single thing, like folding little hand towels in each bathroom.
you say soap too?
Yeah, soap's in there. I mean, people use it. We joke. I'm always shampooing carpet, and she's always because we'll put rugs in the entry, and she's always washing towels. Like, we're cleaning people. We carry a mop to work.
I can't believe there's only. I'm picturing like an army of people helping these gals out.
There is, and we've got the best team. We have
I'd love to
the
hear
best
that.
team. I mean, I don't know how lucky we got on that, but they're smart. They're funny. They put up with us.
Have you
They let
seen-
me listen. Like, I play loud music. I carry a speaker. We don't start working until that speaker sits down. And
That means don't talk to
yeah.
me until my music's off.
yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
So have you seen the Seinfeld episode where Poppy pees on the couch?
I probably have.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Well, my son says my life is one giant Seinfeld episode. But what is the worst thing you've seen come back?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot.
Is there some
I
weird
don't want to
stuff?
call.
Don't-
If any of these people
No
saw it, they
names.
would know who they were.
Well, no names. It's
They would
kinda
know.
like the
There's-
book, The
This
Help.
one we'll never be watching.
This
they,
isn't Jackson.
They called, and they were living there, and it was somebody was renting a little. Anyway, they called. We put a brand new, nice rug in there, and they had us come get it because they didn't own a vacuum in a shed. Well, all new rugs shed. So they rolled it up, and then we took it out and we rolled it out, and I think they were potty training their toddler, because what they basically did is, I think, yeah. But there's lots of that. There's white couches where no one was living there, and there's like Cheeto marks all over it. So we named the furniture. Like, oh, there was no cat in that house. Well, I'm pretty sure there was cats in that house. Like, so
What do? Do you have an
we
insurance
get rid
policy?
of it. No, I mean, we try to be as fair as possible. We have a rug. Well, I actually have a rug problem. I buy a lot of rugs. And got a rug dealer, all of it.
Rug dealer.
It's a problem. But rugs make a room. They complete a room. I mean, they make the room look good. But we have a lot of problem with the rugs, like with cats and dogs and that. So, and if we roll it up, if they roll it up and they drop it back off and they've rented it from us, we don't have the space to unroll it and inspect it. And so we just kind of...
So no insurance, or if something doesn't come back as you found it.
It's all
you-
in Jeannie's nice little.
I'll talk to her.
She's a contract person. So, which you need the contract person, because I'm more of a handshake, verbal agreement. We'll all do the right thing person. And there's been a couple times we've had to go back to the contract. Like,
But
it needs to
that
be
rug's going to
delivered.
cost you. I mean, each time you
does.
clean it, and the Cheetos.
It does,
and
and
the
we're
Poppy Pee.
right next door to Box Steam Star, so that's kind
Oh,
of helpful too. So
convenient.
yeah, so they've helped
They could
clean
send someone
couches
over.
and beds because, But yeah, so yeah, I mean, there's lots of things that get damaged, and we break a lot of things, and it's all part of it. If you moved this table several times
It's
a
been-
month. Eventually, the legs would start wobbling. And so today I was underneath the table with my Allen wrench fixing tables at a
But you
person's
look like you
house.
just jumped out of a magazine. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you just go with it.
Do you have a minimum? So we only have like about 5 minutes left. So, and I know I love this. She has a piece with some price points on it, but a minimum?
We don't have a minimum.
Okay.
No. So if you wanted 3 bar stools, you just call me. It's almost easier than you driving out and telling me what bar stools you need. Send me a picture of the island. I'm going to help you find what bar stools will look best with that. And then you just come by and pick it up and bring it back on the due date. So we do a 2-month minimum on rentals, a 2-month
There is
minimum.
a 2-month minimum on time, but not minimum on material. Okay.
Yeah,
And this is sort of a note to
yes,
myself for
yes.
future as well.
And we do 6 weeks. We do a 6-week staging if the house is like at a 350,000 or less, just because those like sell a lot faster than a $500,000 house.
So minimum of 6 weeks on 350 or less, and then 350 or more is a minimum of 2 months.
2 months. Yep. And then after that, then great news is the price drops because our goal is to sell it and have it closing and all of our stuff out in 2 months. So
let's say it's $2,000 a month, just for example, and then on that third month, what might that drop to?
I always say about half. Jeannie says 60 or 40%, so it drops 40%. Yeah.
Well, I just spoke to you, so I'm going with a 50%.
Yeah, I'm like I say about 50%. Yeah.
We'll check in with you.
Yeah.
I mean, this is unbelievably convenient, and the value add for the seller, it's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah. I mean, we like to help people. We want to get that house sold just as much as you do. We text, we follow up. Our goal is we all have the same goal. It's just getting it done.
And we have about 2 minutes left. What's your most frequently asked question?
How much does it cost?
Okay.
Yeah. So
You probably answer that all day long.
It's hard to answer. Again, with the no minimum of how many items to grab, it's going to be cost based on that thing. I like to say in a home, it's $250 to $350. So let's just cut down the middle. I say $300. It's about $300 per room per month for the first 2 months.
So like, let's say dining room, great room, hearth room,
If you
kitchen.
go 4 rooms, you're going to go $1,200.
Okay.
$1,200 a month for the first 2 months, and then our moving fee, which varies depending on where you're at.
And distance and all of that.
Yeah, because we pay our movers really well. So
This is some great stuff. So
Yeah.
anyone in the Kansas City metropolitan area, Kansas and Missouri, reach out to Tara at Rooms Reborn KC. And we'll have the contact information here below on your screen. But so many services they offer. It's a plethora. They can visit your website, get more information, and what a value add to so many people for so many different things. Pick up, drop off, you
you don't
deliver.
have to worry about storage. You don't have to worry about buying a couch and storing it later. Just come grab one from us. And
I
bring
love it.
back.
And consults too, because some
Yes.
people have some really cool stuff. Maybe they don't know how to arrange it.
Yes, we're just moving it around. Yeah, telling you how to. Jeannie's all gonna. Jeannie can tell you all about that. But yes, her
I dream of
consultations.
Jeannie.
Yep, she's coming.
Awesome. Tara, thank you so much. This was
Yes,
really fun.
that was
and,
fun.
I'll look forward to talking with you again
Perfect.
soon. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on our next episode of Real Estate U with Letty Ann.
Perfect. Woohoo.